Yeah, I came from the bottom with the scar on my chest and the blade in my palm. This is Conqueror's blade, I was made in the storm, and I'm bringing the calm. An Elysium peak where the titans collide. Every strike is a war to be won. From the borderlands night to the Ulster light, I've been fighting since day one. Squad at night, night to the crown. Never back down when the fate get loud. Bleeding in the dirt, but I still stand proud. Every setback I set up, I'm ready right now. Yeah, squires rising, iron flying, pyres burning, kings defying. Destiny's a test, I'm grinding, fighting wars with a heart of lion. Carry the sound, bury the doubt. From Elysium peak to the throne, we were the crown. Faith like a hammer, swinging on the beat with a flow so mean it'll break through stone. From Manor to the field to the Ulster gates, I've been claiming these lands as my own. The dream is a goal, your city of kings of the empire's fate is made. The capital calls, one house will rise, crown of the fire of a conqueror's blade. Yo, raise that banner, bang that drum at the baseline, run to the kingdom come. No surrender, I'm second to none. I'm the shadow to the sun, and the war ain't done. Squires rising, iron flying, pyres burning, kings defying. Destiny's a test, I'm grinding, fighting wars with a heart of lion. Carry the sound, bury the doubt. From the borderlands throne, Foghladha's crown.
Squires rising, iron flying, pyres burning, kings defying. Destiny's a test, I'm grinding, fighting wars with a heart of lion. Carry the sound, bury the doubt. From the borderlands throne, Foghladha's crown. From the empire's ashes to the emperor's throne, this is crown and cross. This is your war report.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the War Report here on Elysium Peak. I'm your host, Foghladha, the Goshki tribe, and you do, in fact, have longer to use those two codes down the bottom than the September 17th date that my promo spit out. It's pretty much before the end of this season. I forgot to update that in that promo, and I'll have that fixed for next time. In any case, amateur hour aside, this was battle number 13, November 4th, 2025. We have a few things coming up on the near horizon. We have 3 more battles in this phase. November 15th is the big one that you all want to pay attention to if you're calling Austeria your home. That is a positioning round for the capital city. That said, 2 of the big players are already there. They're already beating the crap out of each other, hoping to get that capital. Are we going to see the other 2 big players pop into the zone and try for that capital too? We don't know. This could be a 4-way death match. It's going to be really interesting if that happens. But, yeah, I think that this is definitely an interesting setup. We do have validation that each of those side caps do count for 1,000 points towards the 4,000 needed for Austeria. They updated all those numbers with the patch last week, so I need to get that synced up here so that you guys can see it when we get to the capital phase. So looking at the key terms, there's prestige, which is the value of land that you own. Acclaim, which is the total amount of prestige that you earn across the course of all the battles of the season. Then you have the renown, which is a change in property value, whether it goes up or down when you take possession. And then triumphs is the end of season prize money that we're all fighting for. Let's take a look at that war summary. First up, 43 warring factions tonight, 16 alliances, 137 fiefs, 62 of those changed hands tonight. 58,865 total prestige. Over in Anadolu, it is 15,600 total prestige with 38 fiefs in play. Tides of War own 61% of that. The cohorts with 20%. Furiza Federal with 15%. Defiance with 2%. And Deucevolt with 2%. In the Borderlands, there's 25,000 total prestige with 60 fiefs available. 53% of that is the High Council. Tides of War now has 23%. No Evil with 13%. Revenant with 5%. And Chaos Undivided with 5%. Over in Austeria, there's 18,265 prestige with 39 fiefs available. Tribunal owns 43%, Half a Brain Cell with 25%, New World Order with 12%, Hibernia with 11%, and Malicious with 7%. Whoops, no interviews tonight, guys. Sorry I didn't get anyone. Taking a look at the change in property values, we didn't see anything rise tonight. We did, however, see some burning. Some things were reduced to ashes El Bogan dropped to 6. That one hurt. Chao Fang to 2. Fort Haipei to 2. Lystria to 3. And Eisenhugel to 2. Looking at our fiefs, we have 2 level 7s left, Marsicota and Steinklepp. At level 6 now, El Bogan. Hopefully that'll get back to 7. Then fief level 5s, we have Das Bulwark, Grunfeld, Ostel, Kinu, Cynthius, and Westberg. Taking a look at our top builders, Durandon dropped down to 900 points. Vanguard with 385, Ice Spartans to 385. Supply Watchers to 300, Goshki to 195, Goshki Dub 195, Odin to 150, Order of Valor to 130, Explicit to 100, and Venators to 85. Looking for those unit kits to craft? There you go. Falconetti Gunners and Shield Maiden kits over at Marsicota. Silidor and Queen's Knight kits to Steinklepp. El Bogan has the Orochi Samurai and Queen's Knight kits. Looking for the siege crafting, we're down to 1 purple siege weapon. That is the optimal great shot cannon. Can be crafted at Marsicota or Steinklepp. If you're looking for fief quests out there, Marsicota is the place to be for your player EXP. 40 senior rebel officer belongings get you 4,000. Top honor gains, Steinklepp, 1 epic artillery for 960, or at Marsicota. Same deal, same price. Top house EXP gains, if you're working on house EXP at this point, your best bet is El Bogan or Marsicota. Next up, taking a look at the Anadolu fiefs. We have 71% free houses versus 29% Legion with 15,600 regional prosperity, 1 capital city, 12 towns, 4 forts, and 21 villages in play. Top 5 landowners include Warforged with 59,050 acclaim, Ares with 9,600, Weight and Salt with 7,000, Bistarius with 6,650, and Warriors with 4,950. Top renowned builder is Weight and Salt with 150. Top prestigious stronghold is Marsicota at rank 7. Top flourishing village is Castelnova at rank 5. Next up, taking a look at the war map. There you have it. Tides of War has 9,450 points. The biggest and best property on the map is Regionopolis, and they own that too. Cohorts with 3,150. Fiorezza Federale with 2,400. Defiance with 300. And once again, the colors that I had just converge. No matter where I do, where I stick them, they're always going to find each other. So the oranges are together again. Deuce Volt down there in the south with 300. I will change one of you two so you don't match anymore. Alright, looking at the changes. Warforged 1, Brazil with 3, Anokek with 2, Cohorts with 4, Asado with 3, Robber Barons with 1, Midway Kings with 2. Looking at the aristocracy of Anadolu, we now have a king crowned. We have Warforged of Tides of War. Total of 8,250 prestige by themselves. Regional Dukes, Anadolu Legion, 3,150. Regional Barons include Ares and Brazil. Regional Stewards with Anokek, Asado, Midway Kings, Robber Barons, and Weight and Salt. Looking at the race for that capital city, Fura Federals, it has about 600 more to go, and they'll be able to knock on that door. Next up, the Borderlands. 100% free houses versus 0% Legion, 25,000 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 4 gates, 17 towns, 4 forts, and 34 villages. Top 5 seasonal landowners are Durandon with 42,950 acclaim, Homegrown with 23,500, Undying Wolves with 20,100, Here with 10,800, Supply Watchers with 8,700. Top renowned builders are Durandon with 900, Vanguard with 450, Ice Spartans 450, Supply Watchers 300, and Warriors with 300. Top prestigious stronghold is Kinu at level 5. Top flourishing village is Pecora at level 1, along with all the other ones. Looking at the war map in the north, we have the High Council with 4,950. We have Tides of War with 4,350. Revenant with 1,200. Chillers with 300. And then no Legion and no Independence on that half. Down in the south end, we have the High Council with 8,350. No Evil, 3,150. Tides of War with 1,350. Chaos Undivided with 1,200. And Fureza Federal with 150. Alright, looking on over at the battles. Durandon gained 2 very powerful pieces of property. Homegrown with 2. Undying Wolves with 1. Ares with 8. Vigilantes with 3. Warforged with 4. Wheat and Salt with 4. Here with 6. Anokek with 1. Forbidden City with 1. Looking at the houses of the Borderlands, we have the King of the Borderlands, Durandon of the High Council. Regional Dukes include Homegrown with 4,100 and Undying Wolves with 3,250. Top regional Barons include Warforged, Here, Ares, Vigilantes, Weight and Salt. Regional Stewards include Death Guard, Speak, Odin, Forbidden City, Old Guard, and Aniokek. Looking at the War for the Borderlands, right now the High Council sits upon that throne. Durandon has that crown, and Tides of War is primed to hit. No Evil is also in the running and could hit. Looking at Asteria, we have 100% free houses versus 0% Legion, 18,265 regional prosperities with 10 towns, 2 forts, and 27 villages in play. It is a prosperity tier of 4. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Vanguard with 102,050 acclaim, Goshkia with 16,965, Ice Barns with 13,455, Supply Watchers with 8,190, Warriors with 7,995. Top renowned builders are Goshkia with 195, Goshkia with 195, and Order of Valor with 130. Top prestigious stronghold in the land is Steinklapp at level 7. Top flourishing village is Bergdorf at rank 4. Now the War for Asteria, we have Tribunal with 7,800. Half a Brain Cell with 4,485. And as I said, the matching colors like to find themselves. New World Order, 2,210. And then Malicious over on the right side of the screen, 1,365. Hallowed Kings with 390. And Independents and Cohorts are without a place on the map. Looking at the changes, Supply Watchers gained 1. Goshkia with 1. Vanguard with 1. Quincy's Tavern with 1. Reborn with 1. Retro with 2. Solemn Silence with 4. Lawless with 2. Soda with 1. Looking at the houses of Asteria, the Legion still sits upon the throne for another 3 wars. Regional Dukes, Vanguard has that slot with 7,215. Regional Barons include Supply Watchers with 2,925, Goshkia with 1,430, and Warriors with 1,170. Regional Stewards include Solemn Silence, Lawless, Regulators, Venators, Reborn, Order of Valor, Retro, Explicit, Quincy's Tavern, Goshkia Dub, and Soda. Looking at that race for the capital city, it is a 4-way race currently. So Tribunal has 7,800. They can knock on that door right away. Half a Brain Cell is qualified. You do need 4,000 regional influence this season. They finally updated it. So New World Order would need another 1,800 to be able to knock on that door. Same with Hibernia. They would need another 2,000. All right, looking at the house rankings. We have no new houses tonight. Didn't see any. In fact, I didn't even see any houses that don't have an alliance on the field tonight, like taking land. So that was pretty interesting. Level 8 houses, we now have 8 of them. Level 7 houses, we have 14. And level 6 houses, we have 6. Looking at population changes, Explicit gained 11. Asado gained 8. The Fury gained 8. Aniokek gained 5. Population declines, we saw Undying Wolves lose 10, Homegrown lost 6, Death Guard lost 6, and Forbidden City lost 5. Most of that is just maintenance. I mean, honestly, they're probably replacing for people bringing in some ringers. All right, prestige gains. Warforged, 3,000. Homegrown, 2,000. Here with 1,650. Vigilantes, 1,200. Supply Watchers, 1,170. Brazil with 1,050, Vanguard with 975, Aniokek with 900, Goshki with 780, and Solemn Silence with 585. Looking at our biggest losses tonight, Warriors lost 1,170, Weight and Salt lost 1,100, Regulators lost 845, Lawless lost 780, Midway Kings with 450, Death Guard with 450, Corsair with 390, Reborn with 390, Ares with 300, and Khan with 200. Looking at our top 10, we have Warforged of Tides of War with 11,100 prestige. I Win is the Liege with 66,600 seasonal acclaim. Second place, we have Vanguard of Tribunal with 7,215 prestige. Tong Tong is the Liege with 107,200 seasonal acclaim. Third place, we have Durandon of the High Council with 5,950 prestige. Real Trillions the Liege with 42,950 seasonal acclaim. Fourth place, we have Homegrown with the High Council, 4,100 prestige, 23,500 seasonal acclaim with Yorleaf as a Liege. Fifth place, Undying Wolves of the High Council with 3,250 prestige, 2,925 prestige. Stars is the Liege with 16,890 seasonal acclaim. Some places Ares of Tides of War with 2,850 prestige. Arkantos is the Liege with 16,205 seasonal acclaim. Eighth place we have Here of No Evil with 2,700 prestige. Harb is the Liege with 10,800 seasonal acclaim. Ninth place we have Goshki of Hibernia with 1,460 prestige. Foghladha's Liege, 17,115 seasonal acclaim. 10th place we have Weight and Salt of Tides of War with 1,200 prestige. Salt Lord Smoke is the Liege with 12,850 seasonal acclaim. That brings us around to our top 30. Go ahead and give it a look, see where you stack up. All right, moving along. Casualty-wise, we still have the same set. In fact, I think we lost one. I think one came back alive, so good work on that. Looking at the Alliance rankings, guess what? No free agents tonight. There's no free agents on any land. None at all. Alliance changes. The originals joined Malicious. I think they did that on Saturday, but I forgot to mark it. But there you go. City. Conqueror City. They got 4 gates. That's a heck of a load right there. They did lose a lot of little fiefs, but in all honesty, you got the gate, which was 150 triumphs each, and then you got the capital city, which is a huge amount of triumphs as well. So I don't think anyone's crying over there. Fureza Federal, that's 2,100. No Evil with 1,650. Tides of War with 1,600. Revenant with 1,200. Tribunal with 975. Hibernia with 780. Chaos Undivided with 600. Defiance with 480, Deuce Volt with 450, and Conquest with 200. Looking at our top 10 alliances, we have Tides of War leading the pack with 15,150 prestige, seasonal claim of 95,655 with Warforged, Ares, and Weight and Salt in that alliance. Second place is the High Council with 13,300 prestige, 86,940 seasonal claim with Homegrown, Durandon, and Undying Wolves in this alliance. Third place is Tribunal with 7,800 prestige, 138,415 seasonal claim with Venators, Vanguard, and Ice Spartans in this alliance. Fourth place we have Half a Brain Cell with 4,485 prestige, seasonal claim of 42,705. Supply Watchers, Warriors, and Explicit are in this alliance. Fifth place is No Evil with 3,150 prestige, seasonal claim of 13,600 with 2,550 prestige, 10,040 seasonal claim with Anokek, Brazil, and Asado in this alliance. Seventh place we have New World Order with 2,210 prestige, 22,410 seasonal claim. Regulators, Lawless, and Reborn make up this alliance. Then in eighth, we have Hibernia with 2,015 prestige, 29,355 seasonal claim with Goshki, Order of Valor, and Goshki Dub in this alliance. Ninth place, we have Malicious with 1,365 prestige, seasonal claim of 4,395. Solemn Silence, Retro, and the Originals make up this alliance. 10th place, we have Revenant with 1,200 prestige, seasonal claim of 4,895. Valkyries and Vigilantes make up this alliance. That brings us around to our seasonal claim board. There you have it. Man, Chillers is really hard to read. I'm sorry, guys. Top 4, Tribunal with 138,415. The High Council with 83,190. Tides of War with 50,550. Half a Brain Cell with 32,205. We're looking at our alliance casualties, still just those two, War Crimes and Guapos. Alright, historical rankings. Right now, we're going to see Durandon crawling up the board. Look, they passed up Dexter's Lab, just like I said. They're not only going to pass them up, but I think they're going to take down Infamous too. So, as a Goshki guy, I gotta put the burners on so I can hopefully stay ahead of them. But I don't think so. They're gonna pass us up in no time. Vanguard is definitely leading the pack. They got a big lead right now, 580,000. Homegrown with 313,000. They are racing up, but they're not going to gain that much. They're going to get a little closer though. Vanguard is also accelerating at a pretty alarming rate, so yeah, I don't know that they're going to catch them in time. However, you do got some movement over there on that second column. Odin is in the 20th spot. They're looking to take on Warborn. They're 4,000 away from passing up Warborn. That could happen sometime in the near future. I could see that happening. And the rest of those, Undying Wolves is moving up this board pretty quick. Same with Warriors. So we could potentially see Warriors move up to that 13th spot next war. I would be pretty sure that they will. So look for them to hit that. I don't know if they'll pass Vigilantes in the next war, but within the end of the season, I imagine they will. Looking at the alliances, Hibernia leads the pack pretty long here with 699,000. Next closest alive alliance is the High Council with 381,000. They are running up this board really quick, so we'll see. Deus Volt is kind of taking a walkabout, so I don't think they're going to get there anytime soon. But other than that, No Evil is meaning business, and they're trying to close that gap between them and the Animal Kingdom. It's about 50,000 away from that, so they got a little work to do. Tribunal is all the way up to 12th. They will be in 11th next war, possibly even moving up in that top 10 by the end of the season. We'll see. Looking at the historical renown board, Goshki leads the pack for that one, 10,840. Vanguard is chasing them with 6,125. Durandon is putting in the work with 4,075. Goshki Dub on their heels with 3,905. And Homegrown moving up. They're within reach of the Notoriety Club. A few more fief quests will push them over the edge there. Midway Kings got to have a fief longer than 2 weeks in a row or 2 wars in a row to be able to build it. Odin is potentially moving up this board. I think they have their eyes set on that 8th place slot if Midway Kings doesn't pick up the tempo a little bit. All right. And that pretty much brings us around to the close of our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. gsch.info/warreport if you'd like to learn more about the stream, see past episodes. And, of course, I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. I will be streaming for charity again, so feel free to tune in and throw some bones at those kids that need that money so much. So gsch.info/extralife if you'd like to learn more about what I'm doing. This is the 15th year running it. We're over $57,000 total. Over the course of the 15 years. So I'm really proud of that and look forward to helping out for years to come. So in any case, I will see you all later. Have a good one, everybody.
Always wanting, forever wanting more. My hands are shaking, my mail is dented. The Sacrum blood, it is not self-inflicted. I've learned the prayers of Roman, I've learned to curse. curse. My ambitions are hunger, getting worse and worse. My master's voice, a constant drone. Protect the cross, protect the Pope on his throne. Too many pagan faces, too many names, too many towns turned into burning flames, too many heroes, too many graves, for all the glory that no one saves. Just hollow, 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 my legs are tired, my back is sore, sleeping in mud on a cold rime floor. They tell me to listen, they tell me to serve. I'm losing my faith, losing my nerve. They say be honest, be brave, be true, but I've seen what a Frankish light can do for you. They say a knight's honor is all you need, but I'm planting a different, darker seed. Too many pagan faces, too many names, too many towns turned into burning flames, too many heroes, too many graves, for all the glory that no one saves. Just hollow, 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 my master's blade, a flash of steel, the fear in his eyes, a wound that won't heal. I stood behind him, a shield from the blow, and watched him fall, watched his blood flow. Now I stand here, my sword in my hand, the last of the generals in this conquered land. The crown of Augustus, a weight of cold stone, but I'll bear it all, I'll bear it alone. A thirst unending, a hunger I can sate, for a crown of fire and a holy empire of hate. Stone on stone, bone on bone, the throne of Achim awaits. I walk alone.